I want to spend the rest of my life with you, sharing everything it has to offer, the good, the bad, raising our daughter, a beautiful little girl, and just being a family, loving each other.
Okay. Can I talk to you in private, just for a minute, please?
Not until I'm convinced that you're going to say yes. Before I met you, I thought my life was great. But you made me realize what I was missing. You believe in me. You make me better than I ever thought possible. You make my life more. And, you know, we might not always agree, but even when we don't agree, there's always mutual respect and trust, and that's a deeper connection than I ever thought possible. Because you showed me what it means to commit to something. You showed me with your love, your courage, your fearlessness, your decision to have a baby. Our baby. Your willingness to forgive my many mistakes. I know our life's not always going to be perfect, and there's going to be ups and downs. But there's no one in this world that I would rather do all those things with than you. So... Robin, will you do me the honor? Will you marry me?
Caution! Maximista's thoughtless action is comparable to shining a spotlight on us or hanging out a neon sign that says stakeout in progress.
Chill, okay? No one's come in and out of Karpov's warehouse.
Do you remember nothing from our last stakeout?
I remember mind-numbing boredom.
That is the centerpiece of a private detective's craft. Lying in wait, quiet, coiled, like a cheetah on the hunt for unsuspecting prey.
A starving cheetah. I remember the last time we did this, we didn't find any prey, unsuspecting or otherwise.
That is the nature of the work. It requires a person who is a Zen-like vessel, you know, capable of maintaining concentration over long stretches of inactivity, so when the moment to act arrives, he's ready.
Who sprang into action the last time the cops showed up and were banging on the window? If I hadn't pulled you into that kiss, your cover would have been blown.
Maximista's ploy was impressive and convincing. The officer thought that we were actually kissing.
We were really kissing.
I mean with enjoyment. Not just as two operatives, professional and detached.
Spinelli, I really want to help you, but I don't see Karpov's lawyer anywhere.
Well, she is elusive. We must show patience and tenacity. I mean, stakeouts can last days, sometimes even weeks.
I know you really want to help Jason, but...
Okay, look, I have to acquire damning evidence against the Slavic seductress to unmask her true nature and free Stone Cold from the spell that she's cast.
I don't see Jason losing his mind over Sasha. I don't see Jason losing his mind over anything. He is pretty self-sufficient. I mean, he runs the mob. He shoots at people. Besides some cyber assistants and a really good lawyer, which Jason has both of, he doesn't need anything else.
Maximista is mistaken.
I'm just saying, don't you think our time could be put to better use? Lulu is losing her mind for killing Logan. Johnny's taking the blame. Those two could use our help a little bit more.
Lulu kept...
Public humiliation can be a real growth experience. It may take Patrick a while to appreciate.
Maybe Robin wants this.
So I can kneel here for the rest of the day, and I will, but the rest of them have to get back to work, so for the sake of the sick and the injured, just say...
It's just, I don't know, when I thought about getting married, I didn't think of it happening in this way, you know?
Now, Robin, It's happening, and it can happen for the rest of our life if you just say yes.
It's a beautiful thought, really. It's just a little, just crowded.
I want to be as good of a friend to you as you've been to me. I owe you.
We're not keeping score. Although I suppose it would be possible to assign a numerical value to acts of kindness according to...
Spinelli, if it doesn't go both ways, it's not friendship. It's just me taking advantage of you, which we both know I have it in me to do.
You know, you're not as self-centered as you'd like people to think.
Yes, I am. And you should be more self-centered. I mean, I know that you like Jason and you care about him and you want to help him and stuff, but all the time and energy you're spending worrying about him, it's a waste. I told you he's like indestructible. He doesn't need our protection.
That is the way that the world looks at men of solitude, but few know of their secret pain.
I want to be supportive, but I have this rather large axe hanging over my head. I mean, if Lulu confesses to being the one that kills Logan, Scott Baldwin's going to figure out that I helped. I'll be charged with aiding and abetting, and my life will be ruined. Max's heart will be broken.
You know, the Jackal would fall on his metaphorical sword to prevent either outcome. There's nothing left to do. There's no more evidence to be uncovered, and it's way too late to prove that Lulu acted in self-defense,
So I just have to wait for the axe to fall.
Well, thus the Jackal's current project. If nothing else, it provides Maximista with something else to occupy her thoughts.
You did this for me?
I tried to warn that boy.
You know, it's clear that Robin and Patrick love each other. I think it's just a matter of time that Robin realizes she's actually getting what she wants.
No, you can't be serious. Really? You want to wish Patrick Drake on another woman? He'll be cheating on her with the first nurse that he sees.
You know, maybe she just wanted to accept in a more private moment.
She was fleeing in terror.
She was a little overwhelmed. Okay, a lot overwhelmed. You know, Robin was just so ambivalent about raising a baby with Patrick that marriage probably just feels like overkill.
She thinks he's not marriage material. I mean, imagine being at a party with your husband and then suddenly wondering if he slept with every woman in the room.
Okay.
Not that I'm in any position to judge.
Because he just bared his heart in front of all of us. It was one of the most romantic declarations I have ever seen. One of the most?
Don't ask. You'll just get depressed. Look, we all know how obstinate Robin can get, right? She's gonna dig in her heels and come up with 100 reasons why she shouldn't get married instead of following her heart.
Come on, the man has changed. What else does he have to do to prove it? And what else can he do?
Clearly, it's time for us as Robin's friends to step in and take control of the situation and steer her in the direction of her heart.
Before I give you an answer.
Exactly the kind of thing that I wish I could do for you to show you how much I care about you.
Well, I'm sure if you put your mind to it, you
I mean,
could
you're trying to keep me distracted, but I can think of a lot of better things to do than some boring stakeout.
Well, my motives were not entirely selfless. I mean, there is vital information to be gained, and Maximista has proven her insights are quite valuable.
Well, that's really sweet of you. Except I think you're giving me way too much credit. I'm sure I can spot a liar, but that's only because I spend most of my time lying. When it comes to gathering incriminating evidence on mobsters, my intuition's basically just how badly they dress. Spinelli? Did you just see that?
What?
Well, someone just went into Karpov's warehouse. Spinelli, I think that they have a gun.
Karpov's men are offloading goods from a truck. No doubt it's contraband.
Okay, well, let's make an anonymous call to the police station.
If this place gets busted and shut down, it'll limit the Jackal's opportunities to gain evidence against the Slavic seductress.
Stop that! If Jason says that he is not getting it on with Karpov's lawyer, then he is not. All we need to do is gather enough evidence to run Karpov out of town, and to do that, we just need to involve the police. Where are you going?
Before we call anyone, the Jackal must investigate further. I must go scout out the warehouse.
No. The last time you did that, you almost had your arms ripped out of their sockets, and I had to make up a crazy story that we were having sex in there.
I won't require assistance this time. I must prove to you and Stone Cold that my manly prowess is sufficient.
Spinelli, don't you do this!
I am a master of stealth. It's okay.
But you don't have to prove anything.
Well,